Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. So today let's talk about the month of March 2023. How different planetary transits this month will impact your life path. So you can listen to this analysis as per your ascendant sign, moon sign, sun sign. Why we need to look at the transits or different placements as per the placement of sun, the position of sun in horoscope. It's very important, and we will talk about this in detail in the next video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So what's happening in March? I think the major transit is Venus transiting along with the transiting Rahu in Aries, and Saturn from Aquarius is it's giving third aspect on Rahu and Venus. So how it's going to impact your life, how it's going to impact your relationships, your business, your partnerships, your career, finances. And more than anything else, for me, Venus on a soul level is the planet of harmony, inner balance, that sense of justice you have, which makes you feel more, in a comfort state. What about your inner equilibrium? So that is what Venus is. So let's see how this transit will impact everyone. And apart from that, there's one thing again major here, where Jupiter in Pisces will be joined by Sun in Pisces, and we also have Mercury in the very same sign. And then there is a full moon in Leo. So let's see what your soul is saying during this full moon. What are you going through? What are you learning in this particular month? So let's begin. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Aries. So, maximum planets in your first and 12th house in the month of March. You have Venus, Rahu in Aries, first house, Jupiter, Mercury, Sun in Pisces. So, most of your attention, most of your focus is on yourself this month. Before we talk about these transits, let's quickly look into the theme for the month of March. Round and round. Okay, observer. So let's keep them like this. This is your first house, and this is your 12th house. Okay, so Venus, the seventh lord, reaching to the first house with Rahu. So round and round, coming back to that same person, same place, or maybe the same lesson, same kind of lesson, same kind of pattern which you are constantly dealing with in your relationships, in your partnerships. Okay, like you try to work on something to fix it. I'm very specific about your relationships right now, not just the romance and all. It's about how you're dealing with people, the family, the people whom you deal with on a daily basis. It could be anyone, any significant person as well. So the story is just round and round, coming back to that same lesson, coming back to that same situation. And this is the time when you must introspect that what's happening, like why do you reach to the very same point. And I think Jupiter and Sun in the 12th house are going to illuminate. They will tell you, because look at this transit in the 12th house where Mercury is getting debilitated, but Jupiter is balancing it in Pisces, and then we have Sun. Though Sun loses its light for the world in the 12th house, but it illuminates a lot about you. So losing your identity, losing that self-worth just to focus on something which is more valuable. Understanding your life in a deep way. Finding out that this round and round journey which you are dealing with right now, it's there for a reason, and something beautiful happens at the end of it. So I think this is about two things. Firstly, Venus Rahu making you more beautiful. Like it's about grooming yourself. It's about taking care of your attire, what you wear on a daily basis, how you do your hair, how you going to dress up. So it's about a lot of beauty coming into life, taking care of yourself, and along with that, a lot of mental work is also happening, and not a very good time to take instant decisions in life, whether it's your finances, whether it's your love life, whether it's your career. How the Venus joins Rahu in the first house, that need to find balance, need to find quick justice instantly, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because Mercury also is creating a lot of confusion in the 12th house. So that's why you have this observer card. Observe rather than taking instant decisions with impulse. Observe the world, observe the people, why you're going through this round and round situation. And most importantly, there is a beauty also in this round and round when you are constantly meeting a certain person, a certain situation. Observe it. Like there's something really meaningful, something about your journey, something about your life is, there. Like you will find the map, you will find the path to the right place. It doesn't happen like something is coming into your life again and again. There is a reason for it, and you will find your way through that. Or maybe it's about what you want, you will reach there. Whatever you want, like there's no going away, that thing will come to you. So having that belief is important. Further, how Venus, being the second and the seventh lord, is with Rahu now in Aries first house, and Saturn aspects it from the 11th house. This is a high time when you really need to break a pattern. That's why your first house is represented by round and round, because maybe this round and round is bringing a very important lesson, what you need to learn. Or maybe from here you need to break this pattern. Maybe the same situation is happening in your life, but this time you will act differently. This time you will take a different decision, and this pattern is breaking. Okay, for a lot of people, I feel it's about dealing with one person again and again. Maybe it's a friendship, maybe a love interest. So the family bonds, partnerships, dealing with people, a lot of observation is required. And yeah, also take care of your expenses this month. But Saturn will help in using your skills amazingly, and Saturn is helping in getting much better success. Reward of your hard work is definitely happening. And we have a full moon in Leo in the 5th house this month. So the full moon is actually helping you to focus on such activities, such things which make you happy. You're not focusing anymore on such stuff which you are doing for others to make them happy, to please them so that you feel happy in return. This is very positive. Focusing on self now, drawing a line between what is your happiness and what is the happiness for others. You're not pleasing anyone. And this may really damage some people. Like, how could you just think about your own happiness? You're selfish. So you're ready to be, listen to these things. But a lot of creativity, and creativity leading to more opportunities, financial opportunities. But a bit struggling time in relationships, and the best way out is that taking care of yourself, stay away from getting into arguments, blaming others, or just forget that and be the observer for now. Just observe. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Taurus. How will be the month of March for you? So for Taurus, your first lord Venus will be along with the transiting Rahu in the 12th house in Aries. And in your chart, Venus is also the lord of the 6th house. This is a high time when you should be very cautious. Do not get easily convinced by people. Do not easily say yes to what others are saying to you, what they expect from you. Because, Venus Rahu in Aries, 12th house, means there is this urge to find happiness. Find happiness through acceptance, through the care, through the affection or appreciation of others. Or maybe you are in a situation where you feel that if you don't act now, you may lose that opportunity. You may lose that work opportunity, that financial opportunity. It could be a relationship opportunity. You will lose that person. But also within that opportunity, you can also see a lot of things which are not good. It might not be something which you want in future. Still, you want to stick to that person, that situation, because it looks very amazing, it looks very promising, and in that process you're ignoring many things which are not acceptable. Okay, so let's look into the major theme for Taurus. So it's really time to think carefully, look into the positive and the negative aspects of this situation, and again, impulsive decision should be avoided. Okay, the first card is happy. Okay, so the theme for March is these two cards. The first one is why, and the second one is happy. So this completely goes with your Venus Rahu transit in the 12th house. The question is there, why a certain situation is happening right now, and what can I do? So this is the time to sit, wait, and analyze what it can bring for you and what is it taking away from you, why this person is there in your life right now, why this situation is happening right now, and what can I change by myself rather than depending on someone else. Your happiness lies with you right now, not in the hands of someone else. And the happy card also reminds me of how some major planets will be in your 11th house. Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, all in Pisces. You are finding out so many ways which will make you happy. Spending time with friends, with loved ones. Okay, there's definitely travel involved. Visiting a special friend, a family member may happen. So even though there is this impulsiveness in mind, there is like this question, why this happened to me, why this person acted in such a way, why I'm taking it to the relationship thing or a partnership thing, because this is Venus, and Venus represents family for you. It represents you as well. So for Taurus, family is itself important. How the family members behave, it's very important for your happiness. Okay, you want balance. You seek happiness through family. So the first lord going into 12th house with Rahu, something about the stability in relationships is challenging you, and there's a question, why it happened to me, why me? So you must understand the bigger purpose. This happened because it's taking to you a state which is making you more happy. And when can you be happy the most? It's when your happiness doesn't rely on the world, it doesn't rely on everyone. It's just in your hands. Your mood is in your hands. So this month is about firstly indulging into a lot of luxury, taking care of self, and taking out time for focusing on your health as well. Maybe for some people it is also taking a break. Saturn aspects Venus, Rahu in the 12th house. Taking a break to focus on something creative, taking a break from work because it's impacting your health right now, and also a lot of expenditure in this process of taking care of yourself, buying something good for yourself, maybe unexpected expenditures because of family as well. But this aspect of Saturn over Venus Rahu is helping you to come up with brilliant ideas, work ideas, innovative ideas, which will enhance your future productivity and the quality of work you do. And also how the Mercury debilitates in the 11th house this month. There is definitely some argument because you will also have Mars in second house in Gemini. There is argument, there is verbal conflict, maybe with authority, maybe with a loved one, and it is really keeping you a bit frustrated. So again, focusing on what is good right now is important with how Jupiter Sun will be in Pisces in the 11th house, focusing on the good part. That's what you're learning in the month of March, and I think there's tremendous success in work, but mindful use of money or mindful investment is required, whether it's the financial investment, whether it's your time investment, whether it's your emotional investment. That needs to be done very carefully. And you have a full moon in Leo in the 4th house, so you're living like a king or maybe a queen this month, doing everything which you wanted to do since many months. It's not just about self-care, but pampering yourself. That's definitely going to happen. Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about the sign of Gemini. How will be the month of March for you? So first thing for Gemini, this month is going to be super busy because finally Mars transiting into the first house, leaving the 12th house. So there were a lot of ideas, there were a lot of plans in your mind, but there was a difficulty in executing those plans. You were not having a good strategy. Even if you had the strategy, you were not having enough energy. So Mars going into the first house in Gemini, this is about being supercharged, super focused on what you want. Yes, there will be distractions because Mars rules the 6th house, and these distractions are more of emotional ones. Being a bit frustrated about something because of someone or something challenges you on a daily basis, maybe feeling overwhelmed about something which is not settled yet, that is bothering you, maybe health issues associated to blood inflammation, some kind of headache. So something is which gets triggered constantly, but don't worry. Mars here is helping you to be much dedicated. It's allowing you to have a lot of energy, mental and physical energy, to focus on your work. So definitely success in your goals, success over your enemies, getting rid of the competition and succeeding. So a lot of plans, like you have so many things to do in March. So yes, super busy time. Then a lot is happening in your 10th house, where there will be Jupiter, Mercury, Sun. So the first lord undergoes debilitation, but yes, definitely balanced by the Pisces Jupiter. Now what's happening because of this? Well, you don't have enough trust on your decisions. You're doing your work very finely and nicely, but deep within there is doubt. Not enough trust on what you have done, but Jupiter and Sun will make sure that what you are doing, it's bringing amazing results. There is a little bit of need to work on your faith this month. Let's look into the major theme. Okay. So the major theme for this month is chopwood and soulmates. So by the card soulmate, like it represents more of the Venus Rahu transiting from the 11th house, and the chopwood represents your 10th house. Why I'm talking about the 10th and 11th house in detail? Because the major planets will be in these houses in the month of March. Jupiter, Mercury, Sun in Pisces, 10th house. Venus, Rahu in 11th house, Aries. So chopwood again represents what Mercury is doing for you. It shows that you need to cut away certain doubts of yours. This is not the time of insecurity. This is not the time of confusion. Even if you have confusion in some areas of life, remember that it's not you who can work on it. If you are worried because we have these two cards, chopwood and soulmates, maybe you were thinking about a certain situation or a certain thing about your journey, like I need this is what I want, without this I cannot function, I cannot survive, I may need this in the long run, but it's not working for you anymore. That expectation is creating hurt. So the chopwood indicates cut away that expectation, because that is keeping you in a very bad emotional state, keeping you confused, criticizing your own self, and there is an inability to look into the future without that person, that situation, that thing which you wanted. And wherever you are going, that beautiful touch of Jupiter and Sun in Pisces, that divine touch which is asking you to have faith. It's about whatever doubt you have right now, that sense of failure you have right now, it will be replaced by something beautiful. What's destined for you will find you, it will come to you. But as you have Jupiter, Mercury, Sun in the 10th house, which is about work, which is about hard responsibilities, whatever you want will come to you, but don't quit. Don't stop working. You must dream, but with your dreams, execute your plans, have better strategies. So keep working on what you want, keep working the way you want, and keep walking. Do not stop walking. And that's how you find your soulmate. By soulmate, I don't mean it has to be a relationship, it's anything which you feel is so important for you in this journey. And definitely with Venus Rahu transiting from the 11th house in Aries, where Venus rules your 12th and the 5th house, it has to be about romantic relationships as well. For Gemini, inability to take a decision, or maybe someone pretending to be very good for you, but no, it's not that situation, it's not the truth. So it's about looking into the true colors of someone, having patience, because Saturn from the 9th house aspects Venus and Rahu, developing patience in relationships, important friendships. And time will tell, time will help you to find out who is your soulmate and who isn't. And maybe you have the answer right now, how you feel. Does this person makes you happy or not? So this card is a reminder that even if right now you're not happy with your current friendship or partnership or relationship, I think this card shows things will get better. Like how this beautiful penguin has the key to the heart of the other penguin. So you will find people who have the key to your heart, who will behave nicely to you. Yes, there are conflicts in every connection, every partnership. There will be, but when you feel more safe with someone, I think maybe that is a true partnership. The soulmate card is saying that. So this is a promise that you will find people who have the key to your heart, who will make you feel better about yourself and better about life as well. So Saturn is giving a promise that things will get better in your relationships. And then we have full moon in the third house. It's quite brilliant for Gemini because, again, it's just boosting your ability to make efforts towards whatever you want. Especially, I do see a lot of work in the career part. And even if, some people are opposing you, I do see that how sun goes into Pisces, keeping you in doubt, keeping you a bit nervous, like you're questioning your own actions sometimes. But you will succeed. You are a winner for sure. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Cancer. How will be the month of March for you? First of all, I would like to talk about the full moon happening in your second house in Leo. So this beautiful full moon, the gravity of this moon is pulling you into the matters of second house, even if you want to, even if you don't want to. Because Saturn also is going to aspect this moon from the 8th house. So someone elder in the family, someone very significant wants you right now. Your presence is required, your opinion is required, your advice is required, or maybe you have to fulfill a certain responsibility. But this is also about a loved one, someone very significant helping you to create some structure in life. Maybe initially you're not ready for it. Maybe you feel like, I can be the one who can make better decisions for my life rather than having help from someone. Maybe that could be the case, but someone's advice, someone's help, assistance is going to change a lot for you, and in a very healthy way, in a very constructive way. So for some people, it's definitely about a reunion with the family members, and more time is being spent in connecting with the loved ones. And of course, financial assistance is coming to you. Then let's look into the major theme for the month of March. There will be some major planets in the 9th and the 10th house this month, where Jupiter will be along with the transiting Mercury and Sun in Pisces, and then Venus will join the transiting Rahu in Aries, that is your 10th house. So what Venus represents in your chart? Venus is the lord of the 4th house, transiting from 10th house along with Rahu and aspected by Saturn from the 8th house. So this is about going out in a very unfamiliar place, which is of course represented by to the sea, becoming the part of a very big world, going into the unknown, taking a risk, because Venus rules the 4th house of security, the comfort, a place known as home, and now it's in the 10th house of the world. So a lot of new activity is happening, new kind of work is happening, new efforts, strategies, going out of that safe zone to accomplish your goals, to fulfill your dreams. And it could also be because Venus is not just here the home, but it's also the 11th house ruler it's about profit, it's about income, it's about the social network. So meeting new people again, so that it can help you in your work, it can help you to have better contacts, because you will find new people during this time with whom you can collaborate. And not everyone is trustable. You should focus on this as well, because Venus is the 11th lord transiting 12 places away. There's definitely support, a lot of support coming into your life in the month of March, because how in the ninth house of Guru there will be Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury, but you're also finding such people who are very deceptive. They may be so arrogant that my decision is right, you are wrong. So they will make you a fool. They will impose their opinions on you. So a leg up card is the same thing which your ninth house indicates, and your 10th house also indicates the same thing, going higher, taking one step ahead. It's a risk, and the current situation is that you need people around you who will support you. So there is great support coming through family, coming through the people at the work front, because whatever you are doing, wherever you are right now, this is the time when you do need some support, some guidance, maybe some instructions like how to do certain things. And this support is coming. You need to accept that support coming into your life, but also remember, as you take the risk, as you're moving into a very big place to the sea, right? So you will meet many different things. Some things will be supportive, some things might not be very supportive. So there is a fear as well, because of how big you're going now in this particular month. And a lot of adventures also may happen, but it's just that the mind is everything in the month of March. How Mercury rules the 12th house for Cancer sign, how you process the situation, how you deal with everything is important. It will be the ultimate way to deal with things. So thinking process should be good. Do not be in doubt about your own self and your abilities. Mix with people, understand people, but also be very careful of the deceptive ones. Also, to the sea card reminds me of the beauty of Jupiter in the ninth house. It's in Pisces, and now it will be joined by Sun and Mercury. So this is about, Mercury getting debilitated, struggling to be in the flow of life, where it's taking you. There is constant hesitation, fear, confusion, but the sea card wants you to say, work more on your faith. Like wherever you are going, something beautiful awaits you, even if the journey is difficult. And also with the Venus Rahu in Aries in the 10th house, it talks about relationships, how right now just observing, going with the flow, not fighting too much in that partnership. It could be business partnership, it could be relationship. Just take your time. Do not be constantly in some kind of conflict or impulsive. Just be with the flow, and you will find your direction. You are guided to the right place. And then you'll also have Mars in the 12th house in Gemini. So again, a lot going in mind. Okay, and then the Mars dispositor, Mercury, is debilitated. So yeah, the thinking, the thought process needs to be taken care of. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Leo. How will be the month of March for you? So first of all, we have a full moon in Leo this month, and this is really going to boost your happiness. It's going to boost your positive side. Yes, I know Saturn will aspect the moon from the 7th house. It's constantly aspecting your ascendant, your natal moon, your natal sun right now. But I think this full moon is helping you to find that joy, find that um, positive uh, opportunity which you're seeking right now, and it's going to bring abundance in many ways. And most importantly, you will be confident about your path. You'll be confident about where you are going. And of course, later in March, your first lord, Sun, will be in the 8th house in Pisces. So this is helping you. Actually, this is helping you to find a lot of answers. It is helping you to have a great coping mechanism. You are now confronting your fears, you're confronting the inner doubts, whatever challenges you have the answers. You don't have to go out for those answers to look out for solutions. You will find solutions. There's a lot of settlement happening deep within. Why this happened? Okay, this happened for my good. I discovered this about myself when I went through the situation. So that kind of I would say enlightenment is happening. And yes, some struggles are there because Sun will transit from 8th house along with Mercury and Jupiter. So someone's health is keeping you bothered. Maybe your own health situation is keeping you a bit anxious. So there might be a little break in this month to focus on yourself or focus on a loved one. So yeah, there's a break in work maybe. So let's look into the major theme for March. Okay, so clearly it indicates creating something very big in this month, creating something which you always wanted in life. Yin is the creative energy, it's the feminine energy. It's about nourishment, it's about creativity, it's about beauty. And then we have the building blocks. Again, it's about structure in life. So, creating structure in a day-to-day basis, like now focusing on each and every single day of life, not planning for a long period of time. Your plans are not so huge now. What you have learned is, I will just focus on each day as it happens, and I'll just focus on each day, because every day matters. Whatever I do every single day, it matters. So, and this is also about developing a sense of appreciating yourself, because now, as Saturn is in the 7th house, whatever happens in the daily life, whatever happens while connecting with others, you start judging yourself, what others have to say about you, how they are dealing with you, how they're communicating with you. So the Yin card is indicating a lot of love is required in the month of March. And for you, Venus rules the 10th house, and it is going 12 places away along with Rahu in Aries, 9th house. If you see any block in the career path, it's only because somewhere you are not giving justice to self. You are not a very nourishing person towards yourself. You're not taking care of your own needs. You're not taking care of your own self. And that's why that imbalance is happening, and it's showing up in your career path, where someone else is maybe, trying to overpower you, someone else is taking the credit. That kind of situation is happening, and this situation requires a lot of love for self. And Venus Rahu in the 9th house In Aries, this is also about dealing with someone very ambitious and challenging at the work front. Maybe it's a woman at the work front, maybe a guide, maybe a teacher. This person is very ambitious and impulsive, and this person is challenging you all the time. Maybe it's not a woman, it's just someone who is at the authority. This person is blocking you to do your best. This person is blocking your creative side, your innovative side to be in action. Okay, you're like forced to do something as per his or her plans. So that kind of conflict is indicated. You really want to create something the way you want, but there is a lot of limitations out there. So Venus Rahu transiting from ninth house indicates that it's time that you are now trying to be more connected to your inner creative side, taking your own actions, doing what you like despite of the limitation and restrictions. And when it comes to the matters of love and relationship, I think how the Ketu is in Libra right now in your third house, and Venus with Rahu in the ninth, it starts from you. Like you're giving more and receiving less. That's what the yin indicates. There is imbalance in the existing relationships, in the existing connection, or simply what you have to offer, what you are doing, it's not being well received, it's not being appreciated. So you're like, if you don't support what I'm doing, if you don't agree with what I'm doing, I'm creating my own world, I'm creating something different, I'm just moving out of this zone and I'm trying to create something which I love. So if you cannot agree to it, I'll go my way, but what I want to achieve, it's definitely going to happen. So going your own way in the career path, doing your own thing, fighting for yourself, fighting for justice is indicated. And definitely for a lot of people, this is about new opportunities, career opportunities coming in your way. In the eighth house, there is Sun, Jupiter, Mercury in Pisces. So this is also building blocks on a soul level, understanding the deeper truth of life, understanding the deeper layers of a current situation. And now you know what areas of life require a lot of hard work, where you have to act. That kind of realization happens here. It's not easy, I know, but this is actually a very brilliant time to work on the things which you were ignoring till now. Like a soul knows, okay, I have to do this if I want to be better, but you were not doing it. So now you will do. Saturn from the seventh house aspects the Venus Rahu in Aries. This is a significator of better opportunities coming in your way. If you want to establish something, if you want to create something, I think Saturn will give you the right opportunities. It will provide the right people to really design that dream of yours, to create that dream of yours. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Virgo. How will be the month of March for you? First of all, a full moon in Leo in the 12th house. Something reaches to its completion. A dream, a goal, it will happen. Even if there are a lot of doubts, questions, because for the first half of the March, Saturn, Sun in the 6th house, very intense, a lot of struggle, competition, conflict deep within regarding your own value, regarding of finding justice in the current situation, and also a deep fear regarding the fulfillment of something very significant, a dream, definitely, because Sun rules the 12th house of dreams, and also Sun is a planet of joy and happiness. It rules the 5th house. So a dream which is connected to immense happiness, immense sense of joy, So the full moon here will take you closer to that dream. That fulfillment will happen. That uh, the fruit of that wait, that hard work will reach to you. But within this process, within this time, do not lose your power, your ability to deal with the real world. A boundary needs to be created, how you are, because a lot going in your sixth house right now. And then Sun moves into the seventh house along with the transiting Jupiter, and you will also have Mercury there. Mercury is your first lord, so it is impacting your ability to stick to your decisions. It is keeping you away from the practicality, the logical decisions in life. So this is the time when the dreams and what you're doing in the real world, it needs to be separated. These two worlds may mix together. Okay, so let's look into the theme for March. And major planets are going to be transiting from your seventh and eighth house. Jupiter, Mercury, Sun in Pisces, and then we also have the Venus Rahu in the eighth house in Aries. So seventh and eighth house has a lot to do with the dealings in partnership, business, work, collaboration, relationship, marriage. Okay, so yeah, the theme is to be fair and unfinished symphony. It goes with the seventh and eighth house perfectly. So what's happening here? Mercury transiting from Pisces, but definitely balanced by Jupiter and Pisces in the seventh house. Need to be fair, where you're not just listening to the other person's story, but also you are making sure that you are also being heard by the other people. There is a struggle to say what you want to express, showing your reality, showing your expectations. Or maybe there's a struggle in listening to others, fear of listening to what other has to say. So to be fair here represents what's actually happening in the seventh house. This is about prioritizing your needs and also the needs of the other person, the significant people in your life. It could be any partnership where mutual understanding, mutual work is required. Something not completing, something not reaching to completion with respect to the seventh house. And it could be different thing for different people, and it's not always a relationship. It could be any kind of collaboration, or simply on a very soul level, how you are connecting with the people who are very different from you. First house is you, seventh house is the world, which is not associated to the self. It's the other world, the other people, and how they look at us. So you have to really, bring your truth to the surface. You need to focus on what you want, what are your expectations, the ability to communicate and being vocal about what you want, how you feel is important. And the same way, listening to the people, listening to the significant person is important. And I think Jupiter here will help you to find more strength in strengthening your bond, strengthening your partnerships. And of course, any kind of confusion in business, it will be getting better soon. But any impulsive decision is leading to financial loss, because for you, Mercury is the first and the 10th lord. So in career, whether it's about your public reputation, you have to be very careful with your communication, what you are saying, and listen to everyone, listen to the significant person, and you also express yourself. That's important. So to be fair, there's more fairness coming in your partnerships, more justice happening definitely. Then we have Venus Rahu in Aries, where Venus rules your second house of family. It rules the ninth house of higher learning. This is the house of spirituality as well. And then it's joining Rahu in the eighth house. This is about impulsiveness regarding something which is not working, something which is stagnant. It could be family life again, it could be a work plan, some kind of idea. It's a work idea, it's a business which is not growing. Though you're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, but it's not working. And then there is a worry like, will it work someday? Or will it be like this unfinished symphony because I have given so much of my work, given so much of my energy and happiness into it? No, it won't be unfinished symphony, okay? It's something which you have to work a bit more, like it will go the long way. You have to work on it more, and there will be certain periods of stagnation in this work. Whatever you're trying to do, working on your finances, working on your career, it could be significant again, a partnership where things are very unpredictable, okay? And it's not reaching to the end, it's not reaching to any conclusion. So for now, for time being in March, maybe you are working for this fairness constantly, working for the justice in a significant partnership, and you will reach to that point, but it is taking time. It's going the long way, okay? And this instant need to find justice, because Venus in the eighth house with Rahu, I want to settle it as soon as possible. This is not going to take you anywhere. And there's a lot of support coming into your life. Good ideas, some kind of advice from a teacher or elder, and definitely the support of divine as well. Jupiter is blessing you with that. And with the full moon in 12th house, listen to your intuition, and a very good time to strengthen your connection with the divine, like whatever intention you have, how you want to create your life, because Leo is about creative potential. So a very good time to make plans and focus on them. And then you will have Mars in Gemini, 10th house. There is competition at the work front, and avoid verbal arguments, definitely. It's like you're more into action rather than thinking about the situation. Especially the work front, you're very active, very focused, and dedicated as well. But people are challenging you. Someone's words are hurting you at the work front. And definitely Saturn aspecting Venus Rahu from the sixth house. That's why we have this unfinished symphony. Whatever you're going through, it may take some time to reach to a conclusion. So having patience is the key right now. Having patience, having a firm faith on who you are. That's very important. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Libra. How will be the month of March for you? The most important transit is Venus transiting along with Rahu in Aries, because Venus is your first lord. It represents you, your identity, your personality, your wellness, and also it represents the eighth house, which is of changes, transformations. This is also the house very important in partnerships, like how do people connect with each other. So, of course, as Venus transits from 7th house along with Rahu, it's just bringing all the energy, all the focus and attention to the 7th house affairs. So, for a lot of people, it is a new initiation in business partnership, or if it's not a new initiation, it's definitely a time when you have to be very careful with your associates, with your business partners. Like, you need to draw a line how much you are doing for that work, how much they are doing. So when it comes to sharing something, the profits coming through a business, or it's just the sharing of responsibilities or the burdens, there should be equality, and this is what you're looking for. Maybe there's too much of burden on you when it comes to a significant partnership. It could be business partnership, it could be some kind of collaboration, maybe your relationship, your marriage. So you are clearing many things with respect to the seventh house. A lot of doubt, confusion, impulsiveness. There's also a lot of passion, intimacy in the connection, and also there's passion with respect to the creative part of your journey. It's not just about art, music, dance. No, not that creative. Creative means what you are creating every single day, how you're creating your life, what are you doing for yourself, for your work. That ability to create what you have in mind, ability to, pursue your goals, doing justice to self, that is important. So as Venus transits along with Rahu and Aries, you are taking initiatives, you are moving out of that sense of, I need to be in this comfort zone, everything needs to be balanced, everything needs to be verified. There is something new, maybe adventure, there's a risk happening in life. So it might not be easy for some people, this change happening in your work, maybe in a partnership. And communication is again a very important thing, whether it's the workplace, whether it's a relationship. Mercury undergoing debilitation, the 12th lord undergoing debilitation in the 6th house. Though Jupiter will balance it, Jupiter will be also in Pisces, but still you have to communicate. Like a balance needs to be created where you are expressing yourself, and also don't show yourself that you are weak. It's very important. Don't show the vulnerable side to others. So let's look into what's the major theme for the Libra people. Okay, so we have the fates and fork in the road. So definitely it is indicating um, reaching to a point from where the life changes, and you have to make a decision, you have to make a choice. And it resonates a lot with what's happening in your 12th house, sorry, what's happening in the 12th sign, what's happening in your 6th house. There's Jupiter, Sun, Mercury in Pisces, and Jupiter also rules the 3rd house, which is about initiative, efforts, courage. 6th house is obstacles, and Sun in your chart is the 11th lord, which is the profit, the achievement, fulfillment of your desires. So it's your effort, it's your fulfillment of desires, all coming into this 6th house zone. 6th house is the fork in the road, reaching to a point where a decision needs to be made. You need to find your direction, you are confused where to go. So this obstacle which you may be dealing with in March is more of self-made. It's more of you, the inability to make the decision, inability to have faith in your path. Which path will be more divine? Which path will be more good for me? So that kind of obstacle indicates the fork in the road. And no matter where you go, like something about your life is so important. The choice you will make now impacts the future, it impacts the fate. And whatever it is, something beautiful will come out. Whatever path you may choose now in this month, it has something to reveal. It has a great gift for you. So do not feel like you're missing an opportunity if you're not following a certain path. And the same goes for your relationships. How Venus Rahu are right now in your seventh house. If you are missing people, if you feel that you're not going well with someone, don't feel that you're missing a great relationship opportunity, you're missing a great person, you're missing a great business partnership. Something good awaits you, and it's way better. Look at those stars in the fate card. Whatever you choose, it has something beautiful for you. And it also shows completion of a lesson. You're learning one lesson since a long, long time, and in March, you are going to complete that lesson and you're ready for a new journey. You're ready for maybe a new lesson, but you will succeed in this because you also have full moon in Leo, that is your 11th house. So it is like you are being promoted in life. You're promoted at your work front, you're promoted when it comes to your strength, your courage, moving on to the next big chapter, completion of goals. And same goes for your career. You will see success despite of some chaos, despite of how there are people who are suppressing your freedom. You will win because you also have Mars this month in Gemini in the ninth house, very open to new paths, new opportunities, going on an adventurous journey. So it's full of energy this month, but health needs a lot of care. As Sun transits from the sixth house with 12th Lord Mercury, some health issues may happen because of overthinking, maybe, or it could be some kind of a chronic issue, old health issue impacting you because your Venus is the eighth lord is along with Rahu this month. That's why. And Saturn from the fifth house aspects the seventh house where Venus Rahu are placed. So again, fifth house is about the fruit coming from the past actions influencing now. And of course, I think a big theme is partnerships, relationships, romantic connections for this particular month, settling down certain thing, finding balance, finding the truth is important. So a lot of discovery will happen here, knowing the truth of the other person, knowing the truth of the relationship, knowing the truth of certain important people in your life and their intentions. So you will know who is the well-wisher and who is not. But definitely, if you are dealing with any obstacle right now, you are going to be victorious. Whether it's health issue, whether it's a legal matter, whether it's career path, you will win. You have that power. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Scorpio. How will be the month of March for you? So as I mentioned, we are focusing more on the Venus transit because it will be transiting along with Rahu in Aries. So in your chart, Venus rules the 12th house and the 7th house, and it will transit from the 6th house with Rahu in Aries. So the biggest thing for you this month is don't let your relationships, whether it's any bond, family bond, a marriage partnership, any significant work partnership, anyone out there, don't let the relationships become your block. Most important, because your relationships will challenge you. Maybe you want to keep people happy, you want to keep them pleased, but in this process you are hurting yourself in some way. Maybe you are going through some kind of financial loss, It could be that it could be like, you want to do something creative, you want to create something that is being blocked. You want to take an initiative, but you're not ready for it because someone is keeping you under doubt. You are a bit anxious whether you should take that step or not. It's more of subconscious block. You were being trained this way, that you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you need approval for this. So something very significant about people in your life stopping you from this new initiative, this new venture. And also, Venus rules the seventh house, which is about how we exchange our love, our resources with the people, whether it's marriage, whether it's with significant people in life. So that exchange is being challenged. And you have to really protect yourself from such people who are just taking away from you. This is the time when you are doing this for yourself. You're blocking those people, like, okay, it's enough, not anymore. So it's actually a good step in this process of taking care of yourself, taking care of your finances and your health as well. Definitely, you may start with a new diet, you may start with a new healthcare routine, which is more focused on also your physical beauty, taking care of yourself, looking more young, maybe. So, yeah, you are grooming yourself as well. Now, let's look into what's the important theme for this month. And major planets are in the fifth and the sixth house. Like in the sixth house, you have Venus, Rahu. In the fifth house, you will be having Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, all in Pisces. Mercury debilitated, definitely, but Jupiter is definitely balancing the impact of Mercury. It's like whenever you are in confusion, your wisdom, what you have learned till now, it's going to help you to make the right judgment and to also take the right decisions in your career path. And of course, the theme is relationships. I don't know why. For many signs this month, relationships are a major theme, especially for those people where Venus rules the first or the seventh house. So for Scorpio, Venus rules the seventh house, so that's why. And I was telling you, wherever there is an exchange of something, that bond is being challenged. Okay, so okay, let's do this. So we have exchanging gifts, and the next one is not for you. Again, that same theme represented by Venus, Rahu. Some people, some bonds, maybe some kind of work, association with something, it's not meant for you. Till now, with whomsoever you were exchanging your gift, it's not worth it. And maybe, someone is not meant for you. It could be a friend, it could be a romantic relationship, but still, you're struggling. You're stuck to make things work. Maybe it's a project, it's a work project, it's a business project. You're constantly really, you're losing your sleep, you're losing your money for that, and it's not working. Maybe this cookie is not for you. This door is not for you. You're still struggling with that. Something better awaits you. Seriously, I think this is my observation. When something doesn't work, there's always something better waiting for you. And why it's better? Because it helps you to be more happy. It helps you to use your skills in a much better way. So a right fit for you, a right opportunity for you, a right person for you will happen. But right now, with Venus Rahu in the sixth house, you are stuck because there is not enough exchanging of the values, the ideas, and maybe whatever you have done is not enough valued by the people. That might be the issue. And also, how Mercury, which is the 11th lord in your chart, and also the ninth lord, it's undergoing debilitation. These houses are very vital. Ninth and 11th house, when it comes to opportunity, when it comes to having a good platform in life, when it comes to having a good social network, it's about profit. That's why, ninth house is 11 places away from the 11th house. These two houses are important to move forward in life. So as Mercury debilitates, the ruler of these houses, it's your confusion, it's your mind stuck on certain things which are not for you, which is keeping you stagnant in life. And you're constantly also, Mercury is about communication. You're constantly talking to such people who are not understanding you. In fact, they're not taking the effort to listen to your story. That could be also the case. And now when Sun, which is your 10th lord, meets Jupiter in the 5th house, and then there is Mercury too, finally there is this realization that I need to step up. I need to stop telling my story to like everyone. Not everyone deserves my effort, my communication. Now I will do things my way. I'll stand for myself. This is a great boost to your confidence. This is a great push by the divine, that hey, you just get up and do things now the way you want to. You have a lot of power. Why you always need to tell other people and maybe looking for some kind of validation? Can I do this? Will this be right or not? So that kind of confusion Mercury indicates, but that strength which comes with Sun meeting Jupiter in the 5th house, it's amazing. And yes, a lot of creative works is happening here, and the finances will get better. It will get better. And you have a full moon in the 10th house, so definitely it's about growth. It's about finding new ways to express yourself, using your skills in a great way. A lot of people have knowledge, but they don't know how to execute it. They are aware of the skills, but they don't know how to bring everything together. You have that. It's happening in this month. So you will definitely shine in your career path. Yes, people will talk behind your back because of how Mars transits from Gemini in the 8th house, but it's okay. You have a lot of confidence on yourself. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Sagittarius. How will be the month of March for you? So, as you're focusing on the transit of Venus, Venus is the lord of the 11th and the 6th house. And it will be transiting along with Rahu in Aries. That is your 5th house. There's definitely new initiation in love, romantic relationships, or maybe simply you're making new friends. Because as Ketu is transiting from the 11th house in Libra since a long time, there was discontent, there was detachment, unhappiness in certain friendships, which really meant a lot for you. And now with this transit, there's definitely new start, new people coming into your life. Maybe you're not trusting them so quickly. You're very into this observing mode. It's okay, you can be. But it's definitely new initiations in love and friendships. It's a new initiation in creative projects, anything which you want to create. Again, I want to say, when I say something creative, you're going to do creative things. It's not just about art, music, dance. It's more than that. It's your planning regarding any work, what you want to create in life, okay, what you want to start with, what you want to do with your life. So if Saturn is structure, Venus is about stabilizing that structure. It's about uh, creating what you want, adding value into that. So Venus here with Rahu in fifth house, it's boosting your potential. This is the house of sun. This is the house of the inner voice. So the inner voice is doubtful here because of the previous experiences in relationships, in the partnerships. But this inner voice is ready, like it's now or never kind of situation when it comes to creating something. And I think you will get a good energy boost with this. And this is also a house of happiness. Certainly, you will find happiness through your work, what you love doing, which you're passionate about. A lot of happiness and success coming to you, becoming more popular, and people are looking forward, like what's next, what you're doing next in your work, and definitely big achievements in your work. And Saturn from the third house will aspect Venus, Rahu in Aries, Saturn in Aquarius. It is about insecurity, not being able to stick to your decisions. There's a bit of doubt, like, do I need to take a big step right now or not? Should I wait for something significant coming into my life? Like, when is the right time to take a big step? That's the question, because you are analyzing your previous lessons, especially in relationships. So let's look into the major theme for this month. Okay, so the main theme is, are you going by the book or are you following your heart? Again, I just explained this just now, that there are a lot of questions in doubt deep within, that shall I move forward or not? I have to take this decision, but I'm not sure enough, because you are looking back and you're analyzing your past experiences. So what's better, to follow what my heart says, or to follow what I have seen till now, experienced till now? Should I follow the book, the traditional norms, what society expects, or maybe the best thing is that I should just follow what my heart says, what I love doing? So truth to be told again shows a lot of passion towards something so important, and you may be feeling a bit confused what to do with this. And by the book also indicates a lot about your fourth house, where the ninth lord sun meets the fourth lord Jupiter in Pisces, and also Mercury, the 10th and 7th lord, will be here in Pisces undergoing debilitation. So it is indicating that there are certain family responsibilities, some kind of pressure, and it's not letting you to be free, so that you can focus on your life. Your maximum time is going into the affairs of the fourth house, taking care of someone, listening to someone significant. So you're getting distracted. That's what Mercury indicates. And because of this distraction, not being able to focus on your work, your professional life, not being able to focus on managing the contacts, the network at the work front, maybe the business partnership too, or maybe something about your home is creating distraction, confusion in your relationship or partnership, because you also have Mars transiting from seventh house in Gemini. So having these planets in some vital houses, which are about relationships, partnerships, romantic connection, Venus Rahu in Aries, 5th house, Mars in 7th house, Gemini, Ketu in Libra, 11th house. So the people around you are really keeping you confused. Okay, your energy is everywhere except for your own self. That is the situation. So by the book completely goes with what's happening in the 4th house. On a very good note, it's also bringing some kind of financial abundance to you, some kind of gift, profit from very important people in your life. They're giving you some kind of gift and reward. It could be finances, it could be emotional support as well. It could be that they are helping you to fulfill your dreams in some way. So it's a gift, definitely. But Mercury shows doubt. Mercury also shows trust issues. And as Saturn aspects Venus Rahu, the past patterns, the past difficulties are quite active in your mind. You are not communicating well with your own self. So clarity regarding your thought is also important, because I think Venus Rahu is very good in the 5th house to completely dedicate yourself into what you want to do. And also the truth to be told is about honesty in relationships. Venus Rahu together, the honesty, the trust is being questioned. So truth to be told is that someone very important in life, this person will say the truth. You will make that person say the truth. You will, because you know it, that someone is suspicious and you cannot trust this person. So you will make this person say the truth, or maybe you have something to say, because if you don't say that, that bond will not work. Maybe it's just about expressing yourself. It could be any significant area of life where you have to open your heart, you have to say, you have to communicate. Then only things will get better. So yes, there is a conflict. Should I follow my heart, or it's just about what's written in the book, what society feels is right? That's the best choice for me. And you also have a full moon in the 9th house. That is definitely a great help to you. It's bringing more sense of joy and happiness. You're very positive about your current goals, and you will have this feeling like, I can achieve it, I can do this. So it's connecting you with your higher self. This full moon is bringing reassurance that everything will be okay, everything will be amazing. Whatever you are doing, you can be okay with not knowing what's next, but whatever it is, it's beautiful. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Capricorn. How will be the month of March for you? So your first lord Saturn is already transiting from Aquarius, that is the 2nd house, and from there it will aspect Venus and Rahu in Aries, that is your 4th house. So the theme for this month is the comfort, the sense of comfort and security in relationships. A very high time when you're definitely going to think what the significant other person is serving to you. Whether these people who matter to you the most, are they giving you the security? Are they giving you the emotional comfort? So two things are happening. Firstly, in this month, you do need emotional support, you do need reassurance, which will happen. It's coming through family, it's coming through people who are like family to you. They are assisting you in feeling much better in some way, but also there is a trigger factor. There is something which constantly throws you out of this sense of security and comfort, because it could be anything. It could be a career issue. It could be someone at the work front, because Venus rules your 10th house. Something reaching into the home space, coming through society, coming through the workplace. Or simply, you're a Capricorn ascendant, moon or sun. Libra rules your 10th house. In this life, yes, it's a part of your life to constantly balance your relationship. So it could be a love relationship as well, which is a threat right now, a partnership. So if someone comforts you, then you again go out of balance. Then someone comforts you, helps you, and then again that other person is keeping you away from that comfort zone. So Venus Rahu transiting from the 4th house, which belongs to moon, which is about calmness, nourishment, softness. You are not that soft person this month anymore. You are here fighting for what you want. Maybe this fight, maybe this way of working is really harming your inner peace, but you feel that I need to stand up and fight for my justice. I need to fight for myself. And Venus also rules the 5th house, Taurus ruling this house. So there's definitely a lot happening behind the scenes for your work, for your hobbies, anything which you are doing with respect to career. So let's look into some important messages, or like what is the major theme for the month of March. So it's new life. New life could also be the full moon in the 8th house in Leo. Something is going to get over so that you can start with a new life, leaving something behind, because it's not good for your it's not good for your mental peace, right? So we have two important themes and they're interconnected: clean it up and a new life. So you are cleaning it up, you're cleaning something very significant, and it's about people, it's about what doesn't value you, what doesn't goes with your values, with your beliefs. You're cleaning it up. A lot of mess in the 4th house. How you feel in a relationship, how people make you feel at home, in family, or maybe there are certain things which are very dear to you. You love those activities, that kind of work, maybe significant people, and you no longer relate to that. So moving ahead, cleaning it up. And it could also be decluttering your house, making more space, because if you don't have space, you are preoccupied by already so much. There is no space for the new. So cleaning the past and making space for the new things to come in life, new opportunities, and a lot of happiness. Because sun is a difficult planet for Capricorn. It rules the 8th house, and when you have a full moon there, you are in this king or a queen mode, like, okay, this challenges me, but not anymore. Like, you cannot control me, okay, bye bye. So that kind of situation is happening. You are removing everything which makes you vulnerable, which challenges you. Because when you carry that courage, it's amazing. It's like a new life. You are full of courage. And the 3rd house is being occupied by some major planets: Jupiter, Mercury, Sun in Pisces. Mercury, it's your 6th and the 9th lord. And there is something wrong with the judgment. You're not being able to identify which opportunity is right for you, or maybe you have certain strategy to work on something, but you're not finding enough time, you're not finding enough mental clarity to start with it. A lot of good planning, but the execution is failed because the mind is not clear. So clean it up. It's required. And third house is also the house of courage and power. And here, Sun, the eighth lord, will meet the third lord, Jupiter. So there is this great realization that this is how I need to work. A lot of faith coming into your life, faith on yourself, and definitely something special, because as the 12th lord Jupiter meets Mercury here with the 8th lord Sun too, through your dreams, through meditation, maybe while praying, something happens which gives you hope, which tells you, see, something better awaits you. Have trust, have faith. Yeah, a miracle like thing. So, a lot of power. You're getting a lot of power back, and your wisdom is amazing. Trusting your wisdom is important. There is a fight here between the wisdom and the logic, maybe intuition and the logic. So trust your, I would say, intuition for now. Trust your wisdom as well, what you have learned till now. That's important. But the third house transits are very supportive in your work, in taking initiative, and also there is verbal fight. There is argument happening this month, but this is letting you again get rid of a lot of negative emotions and beliefs which are hurting you constantly. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Aquarius. How will be the month of March for you? So, the most important transit, as I mentioned, is Venus getting along with Rahu in Aquarius. And this is about opening up with respect to what's in your head, what you're keeping inside from a since long time, because Venus in your chart represents the fourth house. It's home. And it's not the physical home where you live, but it's also about the beautiful home that's your mind. Like you have to live in that place too, and it should be comfortable, it should be secure. So it's not secure right now. There is a lot of maybe anger for some people, or maybe fear of tomorrow, fear of maybe losing stability in life. Maybe there's a fear of losing money, there's fear of what happens in the future with respect to money, with respect to my home. Maybe you have to make a decision of leaving your home and moving into a new place, so it's difficult. Or simply it's about opening up yourself when it comes to a relationship with a significant person, becoming more open in communication, expressing your needs, expressing what you want. So Venus Rahu challenging the communication, definitely, but a great boost to again what you want to create in life. It's boosting your courage, it's boosting your confidence to do a lot of things which you always wanted to. And it could be anything, because Venus also rules the ninth house. So how you look into your future, what you want, you're actually working for it, you're collecting that energy, but not feeling much comfortable from deep within. Looking for home, looking for a place like home, looking for people who are like home, maybe, so that you can find more security. Yeah. The first message is mending. So yeah, you want to mend something in your home. Maybe there's some kind of construction work going on, doing something important to restore the beauty of the house, or it's about mending certain relationships so that you can feel happy, you can feel more secure. And the next message is okay, I'm not joking, this is true. No place like home. Okay. So yes, you are looking for home. The home is a major concern, and home is not just a physical place here. It's the mind, it's the sense of comfort. So this is the time when you're definitely changing a lot in your family life. Like taking a decision that I don't want to be with people with whom I don't feel like home, the people who don't respect my opinions, they don't respect my emotions. So you're definitely disconnecting from such people or environment, because Venus, being the fourth lord, is transiting 12 places away in the third house with Rahu, taking a risk, taking a new initiative, which is not usually your way of working. It's beyond your comfort zone. And this is going to bring a lot of success in the career path as well. Like ready for experimentation, trying new methods, and focusing your goals very passionately. And then you also have Mars in Gemini in the fifth house, giving you a great boost of power, great boost of using your skills very confidently. So, intelligence plus the skills all going well together. And there are major planets in the second house: Jupiter, Mercury, Sun in Pisces, where Sun rules the seventh house, and you also have full moon in the seventh house. And this mending card confirms you are mending a significant bond with someone. It's definitely a family member. Maybe it's your bond with your mother, maybe a very important guardian in your life. Everything starts from there. Like maybe a feeling like I need to fix that, and everything gets fixed after this, because there is difference in opinion with Mercury, the eighth lord, getting debilitated in the second house. There is a lot of confusion and disagreement with significant people in your life, maybe someone very special, a family member, I do see. So Jupiter will help in resolving that issue, and major focus on family life and partnership, marriage maybe for some people, or your business partnership. A good profit is coming through your business. Wherever you're investing your time, you will see success in that, because all that beautiful talents you have, the great value which you have, you are using it all in your work, and it will speak definitely. Some arguments at the work front may happen because of course, jealousy, because 10th Lord Mars is transiting from Gemini, 5th house. So there are issues, but you're very confident. You are like a warrior. Now you want something, you will do it, and no one will stop. And this full moon in the seventh house, and Saturn aspects this full moon, the gravity of this moon is pulling you into the seventh house affairs, where the ego needs to be settled in significant partnerships, relationships, maybe on an everyday basis, how you deal with the world. Your ego clashes with the other person's ego. What's important for you is not important for the other person, but and the same thing is happening for the other person too. They want you to get convinced that this is right, not your thoughts are right, your perspective is not right. So ego clashes with the world may happen. Ego clashes with a significant person, a romantic connection, or marriage partner may happen, where the ego needs to be settled. Saturn aspecting the full moon in Leo, it's about loss of ego, death of ego. And once that happens, one is more open to listen to the inner voice of yours, and also the inner voice of the significant people in life. So ego clashes may happen, and this full moon wants you to go beyond those ego clashes and look at the world with a different perspective. okay, focusing on your individuality, but also understanding the individuality of the other people or significant someone, because this is the house of partnership, this is the house of legal contracts, this is the house of marriage. So you are dealing with ego issues in a certain bond, and it's about mending that partnership, losing the ego, and it's more of listening to the soul. It's a soul to soul talk, it's a soul to soul connection. So mending that bond is going to happen. And full moon here in the seventh house also indicates shining in the public life. Definitely. All that, I think something about your aura too, like how you look, how you dress up, this is going to make you shine. And also how you are dealing with the work in your hands, how you're dealing with the situation at the work front. You're shining, you're absolutely shining, and people are appreciating you, definitely. Hey everyone, let's talk about the sign of Pisces and how will be the month of March for you. I'm happy again because whenever I reach to Pisces, it makes me happy that I have completed a lot of things, and Pisces is my favorite. Always, you know. I love ocean, I love mermaids, I love fishes. So I am an ocean person, so Pisces is my favorite. It will be always, okay? So let's talk about what's happening for Pisces. A lot happening in your first house: Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, and I think it's a beautiful time when you regenerate. You are more confident about yourself. And do not worry if you cannot focus on one thing, you want to do many things together, you're leaving one thing incomplete and then moving on to next one. It's okay, it's okay. It's a very general nature for Pisces to start with something and forget about it for months, for years. But I think this is how uh, the journey is. It's about doing the right thing at the right time. The right things happen at the right time. It's all a part of divine plan. And Jupiter with Sun in Pisces, where Sun is the sixth lord, definitely overcoming a big obstacle this month. And it could be definitely a work related obstacle, and you're winning the game, definitely. Mercury is, well, it's getting debilitated. It's your fourth and seventh lord. It could be someone very close to you who is keeping you in doubt, or maybe there is no deception, there is no manipulation, but what's happening at home, what's happening in the family, maybe it's keeping you a little bit nervous. There's nervousness here, but your skill, and of course there's a lot of I would say luck, or you can say blessing, whatever it is, it's showing up this month, and you will succeed in whatsoever plan you have. Financially also things will get better. And I think when it comes to finances, and if you're waiting for a promotion, maybe you want a raise in income, if you work on your first house, it will get better. Be confident with what you have done till now. Be very confident with the achievement you have seen till now in your life. Have faith in what you have done, and it will make you shine. If you lose that sense of confidence, then it's not helping you at the work front. So becoming a more confident version of yourself is important if you want to go for that growth. So we will talk about Venus Rahu too. Let's quickly look into the major theme for this month. Okay. All that glitters. Okay. So poised and all that glitters. Now, the first thing which I'm getting here is maybe you are dealing with people who look very nice. They have great personalities, maybe someone significant, very attractive, looks like um, someone who is great in dealing with people, very successful, ambitious, very nice energy. But you will understand very soon that this person was wearing a mask. It could be anyone, because Mercury, the seventh lord, it's getting debilitated and it's meeting the first lord Jupiter. So it could be your workplace, some kind of collaboration, or it could be again a romantic relationship, partnership. So the mask is now going to fall very soon. You were thinking all the time, oh wow, this person is so amazing. I want to be a part of this person's life. I want to work together with him or her. I want to be like him or her. But definitely you will realize that the truth is absolutely different. What shines here is not all gold. Okay. And this also resonates with the Venus Rahu transit in the second house, because second house is the treasury. It's about wealth again. So the major concern right now is maybe the wealth, how to accumulate more wealth, how to save more wealth. And for that, you're looking out for more opportunities. Maybe you're trying to do different works altogether, because I got this from your first house. Maybe you're trying to get into 2 or 3 work assignments, 2 or 3 different jobs, doing all together. So that hard work is paying off. You will generate a lot of growth from that, a lot of income from that. But all that glitters also indicate, do not be so focused on that gold, on that glitter, that deep within you're losing your true self. And no, it's not philosophy. It's about losing your health, maybe losing your peace of mind, losing the true you in this process, where you have to behave like someone else to get to that position, maybe. Okay, so maybe it's like you're no more familiar in the familiar places, like you're giving so much time to your work that your family is not recognizing you. So that could be the scene. But I think it's saying it's not just wealth, but also you are the wealth. Focus on your health, because you also have a full moon in the sixth house, and sixth house is the house of health and diseases. So focusing on your health is the most important thing. And definitely Jupiter, Sun meeting in the first house, you are really getting so like full of light. I'm not talking about the physical beauty, but your aura, you're shining, you're glowing, and people are amazed to see you, how amazing your confidence is. So you're definitely shining this month, and a lot of writing, reading work may happen. This is helping you a lot with understanding your current situation, where you are in life right now. This is a great help. And Saturn from the 12th house will aspect Venus Rahu. So this is about, I think definitely it's like finding the true meaning in relationships. Everyone in life, everyone who is significant in your life will give you a very important lesson. Okay, it's just an example. Like maybe I have some lessons with me. I have learned few things from life by meeting different people, and then they're also my family members. Each of them are learning something. They have their own wisdom, their own lessons, and this is about a time when you also need to listen to other people's stories. Like, don't completely be into what you have in your mind. Saturn in 12th house of subconscious. So this is about, firstly, yes, listening to self, but listen to the stories of other people, and in their stories you may find your answer. That's happening in the month of March. And yes, there are unexpected expenditures too, but everything is being replaced. Whatever you may lose, it will be compensated. There is financial abundance coming into your life, but you are worried why this abundance is not permanent, why it's not long lasting. It will happen, but there is a great need to explore new avenues. Like, it's not just, see, all that glitters, it's not just the hard work, but the smart work also needs to be done. And you are being gifted, you have everything which you require right now, and you will continue to grow beautifully in your work. And yes, the full moon in the sixth house is helping you to overcome your obstacles, finding solutions to win in a crisis, to win in a competition. If it's a crisis, you will know how to get things done, how to get your resources. If it's a health situation, you'll find ways to re-energize, how to take care of yourself. Maybe till now, something is not working with respect to your treatment or the medicine, so maybe some kind of change may happen in that, and it brings more healing. So it's bringing solution to your problems, definitely, and also boosting your confidence to deal with your challenges in a very amazing and a smart manner.